So welcome. This is going to be a chair yoga, hopefully aimed at de-stressing, mainly in the neck and shoulders. So we're going to begin. I'm going to test this out. This is a new breathing technique. And so it's called alternate nostril breathing. And so what you want to do is get your right hand, and you're going to bring your thumb to the right side of your nose. You're going to bring your pointer finger and middle finger down, and then use your ring finger for the other side. And so I'll show you an alternate breathing nostril technique. In looking up this technique, the good thing about this technique is it's supposed to calm you. It's supposed to help with thinking, and it can improve sleep. When researching this breathing technique, they found that every 90 minutes, apparently one side is dominant than the other and it switches off. So this will help something different. So let's get your hands ready with your thumb on your, right above your nostril, on the side of your nose, and your ring finger on the left side. And so we're going to slightly press on our right side and inhale through our left nostril. Switch sides and exhale. Inhale through that right nostril. Switch sides and exhale. Inhale through the left. Switch and exhale through the right. Inhale. Switch and exhale. We're going to do a couple more. So inhale through the left. Switch and exhale through the right. So that is alternate nostril breathing. So it's good to have a focus on breathing. And so as we begin our practice, remember to take today as today, listen to your body, skip what you need to skip, and just be happy that you showed up today. So we're going to begin on the front edge of our seat, coming forward, leaving maybe a hand's distance gap behind you. And we're going to sit tall. Bring your feet on the ground, hip distance apart, and you can do your hands on your knees. And we're going to do cat-cows. So on our inhale, arch your back, bringing your neck up, like our gaze up, and inhale. And exhale, bring your arms forward and like push through your back. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to bring our, we're going to do some folding forward, a relaxed folding forward. So you're going to bring your hands to the side, or if you need a little extra help sitting up, you can keep them on your knees. And so we're going to roll forward on our exhale. So inhale, and then exhale, just start folding over your knees, keeping your leg or keeping your arms to the side. You can bring your head down. And we'll sit here for a couple breaths. You can bring your chest to your knees or just have a little bend in your back. Just to feel the stretch in your lower back, kind of a stretch in your neck, and relax your shoulders. Follow your breath. And your next inhale, let's slowly roll up. So inhale, slowly roll up the spine, and then your neck and head. And we'll sit here for a breath. And then we'll slowly roll back down our next exhale. So inhale, and exhale, slowly roll down. Relaxing your arms by your sides, relaxing your shoulders, your head and neck, and finding your breath. It can be your natural breath. Stay here for a couple more breath cycles. On your next inhale, slowly roll up through your back first, straightening your back, rolling your neck and shoulders, and sitting tall. Just take a couple breaths here. Now we're gonna rise our arms to the sky in our inhale. So you can rise them up, bring in palms together, or you can interlace the hands and flip your hands facing up. So you can either have palms together or interlace. We're gonna do some side stretching. So inhale up, exhale, side stretching. Go to your right. Inhale up, and exhale, fall to your left. Now, if it's a little too much, you can always bring your hands to the front. So if you're tighter in your shoulders, you can keep a little bend. Our goal is to kind of stretch, but also the goal is to side stretch. So if you just want to ease your shoulders or take the stretch as we slowly just tick-tock to each side. Let's do 2 more on each side. We'll meet at center, relaxing your shoulders, shaking it off. And then we're going to do our shoulder shrugs. So bring your hands, either you can put them on your knees or you can put them on the side. And as you inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, rising your shoulders, squeeze. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, rise your shoulders. Exhale, bring it down. Let's do 4 more. Should be coming up on that last one. Very good. Let's bring your hands to your knees. Just find your sitting bones and ground. And then we're going to interlace our fingers behind our heads. And so you can relax your shoulders, interlace, or you can just bring your hands right behind your ears. And we're going to do, let's call them our elbow butterflies. So on our inhale, we're going to extend, and exhale, bring it in. Inhale, open up. exhale, fold in. Now with this one, you can stay here, or you can also fold down and round into a little ball. Taking it very slow, coming back up. Keeping those feet planted on the ground. Trying to make very smooth, controlled movement. Good job. Let's take 2 more cycles. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll come back to seated. So now we're going to try and stretch our back and shoulders a little bit more. So I'm going to turn sideways to show you. So we're going to try and sit where you have a little room for your hands behind you. And we're going to do some like, we're going to try and open our chest and our shoulders up. So you're going to put your hands right behind you, and you're going to sit tall, and inhale, we're going to kind of reach our shoulders back, bring our heart space up, and bring our gaze up. And exhale, bring it down. It's similar to the cat-cows, except we're trying to really arch our back, and you can feel the curve in your back, kind of stretching. So we'll do one more like this. Inhale and exhale, and then we're going to hold for a count of 3. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, and exhale, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do a count of 5. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our last one, we're going to do a count of 7. So let's inhale, bring our heart space up, gaze up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And release, letting it out. Shaking it off if you need to shake it off. Very nice. So we're going to do a hands on our knees, but we're going to bring our knees out just a little bit. So bring your legs out, kind of maybe to the corners of your chair, and hands on your knees. So make sure your feet are grounded on the floor. Grow tall. And what we're going to do is we're going to do little circles going forward and back, making like a donut, or we're rolling around. So roll from the hip to the left, forward to the right, making a little, kind of like you're going in a clockwise position slowly. And keeping your hands on your knees, just taking it slow. Still following your breath. And now let's go in reverse position. So counterclockwise position. From your hips, slowly rotating. Just taking it slow. And then we'll come back to neutral. You can bring your feet back. You can sit back. Get comfortable. Now we're going to do our wrist circles. So let's take your wrists out, and let's go round out and in, out and in. And now let's go reverse. Very good. Now let's do it with our feet. So our feet circles. So you can do one leg at a time, starting with your right leg. It's kind of also a point and flex while we're at it. So point, flex, and bring that foot down. Actually, let's do the opposite direction. Got to remember that balance. Now let's bring that foot down. Now I'm just going out to the side so you can see me. But you can just bring your foot straight forward. So go in one direction. Now the opposite direction. Very good. Now bring your feet to the ground. Now we're going to focus on our neck a little bit. So you can sit tall, feet on the ground, hands on your, relaxing on your knees or right in your top of your thighs. And we're going to relax our right ear to our right shoulder, finding that stretch. Just relaxing into and releasing the muscles in our left side of our neck. Try and relaxing your shoulders back and down. And find your breath. We'll stay here just for a little bit. On your next inhale, slowly bring your head to neutral. And exhale, let's drop our head and our ear to our left shoulder. So left ear, left shoulder. Trying to relax that right part of your neck. Trying to release any tension in your shoulders. Maybe bringing them up and back and down. Follow your breath. On your next inhale, slowly bring your head to neutral. And we'll do some yeses and nos, beginning with our yeses. So slowly releasing your neck down. Inhale, slowly bring it up. Looking up. Exhale, bring it down. Looking down. Inhale, slowly looking up. Let's do 2 more at your own pace. We can bring our head back to neutral. And we'll do our nose. So starting with looking over our right shoulder. Exhale, bring it back forward. Inhale, looking to our left shoulder. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale to the right. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the left. Exhale, forward. Let's take 2 more full cycles at your own pace. We'll all meet in neutral. Very good. Let's bring our hands into focus again and our wrists. We're going to do our wrist stretching. So bringing your hand, palm down, gently press your palm down with your left hand, feeling that stretch in the back of your wrist. And then flipping the hand, palm up, gently pressing on your fingertips, feeling the inside of our wrist stretch. And during these poses, you continue to follow your breath. Let's switch sides. Shaking it out. Let's go to our left side. So palms face down, gently pressing on the top of our hand, feeling the stretch in our behind our left wrist. Remembering not to push too much if you have sensitive wrists. Release that, palms up, and gently press on your fingertips, feeling the stretch on the inside of the wrist. Very nice, and shake it out. Let's open our hands and close. Try and be really try and extend your hands open, and then make a fist. Extend, make a fist. It's just good to get some of that blood flowing, move some of those joints. Very nice. So let's put get ourselves into a comfy position in your chair. We're gonna close it up. This was a nice, easy, de-stressing chair yoga. So sit back, put your hands on your knees to your side. Find a way to be as comfortable in your chair as you can. You can rest your eyes. If you feel any tension, try and flex that spot and release. Maybe do it 2 times in those certain spots if you need to relax a little bit more. So we're going to take this moment just to let everything go and come to find your natural breath. Try and relax your eyes. Relax your eyebrows and your forehead. Relax your cheekbones and your jaw. Melt your shoulders down. Relaxing your elbows and hands. Feeling your hips melting into your chair. Your knees and ankles heavier. And notice your entire body feeling more relaxed. Finding a little peace in this moment. Perhaps noticing how you feel. And slowly come back, bring a little more awareness, making little movements and wiggles. Let's take a nice inhale through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Let's do that another time. In through the nose, filling your lungs, holding it at the top, and releasing out the mouth. Let's take a nice stretch with the body, bringing arms overhead, pointing your toes, taking a body stretch, doing a little tick-tock, stretching it out. can keep your eyes closed, bringing your hands to heart center. I want to thank you for showing up today and joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I want you to be proud of yourself just for showing up. Namaste.